Okay, so this is my level in Battle Block Theater. I'll start off. As you can see, the player is confined to this small section in the beginning. That's because I want them to solve a quick puzzle before they can get down here and continue on to the next part of the map. So when you start off, you need to get the rock that you see in the top right to hit the trigger. Um, However, in order for the player to actually solve the puzzle and not like hit the drop the rock themselves, I'll place clouds here so the player can't get down there and touch the exploding block for themselves. Um, and also, I place clouds over here so the player can't go down there and kill the cat and soft lock themselves to the beginning of this level and have to forcefully restart and in the game. So back to the beginning, come over here, we climb up the ladder. The goal is to jump on the bridge. However, as you can see, um, if you climb up the ladder uncarefully, you will keep getting hit by it over and over again. So I force the player to take a step back, dodge the projectile, and then get on the platform. And then it hits that and drops the rock down so we can go to the next section. Alright, and for this next section, I kind of wanted to introduce another puzzle, but one that can actually kill the player. So here we just have to move the block forward, but I have these safe areas over here that where the player can stop pushing and dodge the laser before it actually hits them. And if they do get hit by it, they just respawn at the beginning, like so. And then they can go through, jump in their little safe area, and run through again. And that is the first part. And the next part, we have a little fighting section. So to up the pace of the action, get some enemies in there. Yeah, and that's one other thing for the water. It's there for the boat, but it's also there for the enemies to kill you, and also for you to push the enemies in there if I can do it. Like that. There we go. And once you clear that, get to bring the boat over, right over there, and jump to the next section. And I place the cloud blocks there so you can jump up to the next section, but you can't go back down. And for this next part, the only really place to go that the player first sees is to go over top of the water, but when you try to do that, you can see the fans push you back down. So then I force the player to solve this next puzzle in order to get to the next section. So obviously you need to turn the fans off in order to get past this part. And you can see there's a switch at the top. So in order to get up there, we have to move the movable blocks in a good position and go up there. And then once you hit the trigger, it drops the rocks down and the rocks turn off the fans. But let's continue over here and pick up a strawberry so we can beat the level. Alright. Now I kept the puzzles fairly simple so you can uh, speed past the map and so the map wouldn't be way too long. This next section, we want to amp up the action since we just solved another puzzle. Um, I mainly place clouds everywhere so that the player can go up and down freely, and so that the cannons can shoot through the clouds. Since if it was a solid block, it would actually just hit the cannon would hit the block and disappear instead of going through it. So it wouldn't really pose a threat to the player, but with clouds it actually does. Ooh, it got me. All right, and then we have the buzzsaws at the bottom to just give another challenge to the player, so they don't just hide from the obstacles like right here. Um, so we already got the strawberry. Come over here, dodge them. All right, come up, come up, come up. All right, and we're good. All right, in this next part, I wanted to continue with the action, but increase it a little bit more. So this part is a bit harder than the part we just been through. Uh, so you just have to fly to the top while dodging the rockets from the rocket bot, and you can see the arrows pointing up, saying just to go up. Tell the player the next section is outwards. The little strawberry over there, and yeah, I placed the strawberry in the corner, so to force the player to go in a dangerous spot that would most likely get them killed, but it'll be rewarding so that they can get the strawberry. And if you notice, all the way in the far left, um, there is a missing block right there next to the cannon. If you want to figure out what that is, it's a secret area. So it is a bit hard to find, but I wanted to be that way for players who are experienced with the game. They will most likely catch on to that. Um, and also rewards players who don't just try to hurry up and try to beat the level. Uh, so players who do want to explore and do look around, they will find something good for them. Alright, and on to the last part. We just have one last conflict. Fight these fighter cats, and the rocket bot is there to just chase you around. You can skip it though, since this is the final section. It acts as the falling action, if you will. In the last part, with the wings, acted as the climax uh, to the entire level. And since this is the falling action, I just wanted you to be able to bypass the enemies and get to the goal and fight if you really wanted to. And then, as you can see, I placed a little pumpkin pie underneath of the goal. And that's to get players to see that there's something else that they need to collect and to get them to explore a little bit more just before they beat the level. And as you can see, just like with the missing spot next to the cannon, there's a missing spot next to the wall over there. And if we go to see what it is, come over here and we get the little pumpkin. However, to reward players that actually go all the way through the hidden area, also place a hidden strawberry there. So if you just go over here and come back up, you won't find the strawberry, but if you go all the way over and to the left, you will find it, and that is the end of the level.